Hi guys, welcome to the show. So on my channel, I'm all about teaching people how to be ambidextrous, which is using both hands equally. I mean, you could even ask the question, you could ask yourself this question, why am I only using one hand the most? 90% of people in the world are right-handed. That's almost everybody, 90%, the majority. And a small fraction is 10 to 12% of people are left-handed. And amazingly, under 1% of all people are ambidextrous. Only under 1%. I don't know how society or this world determined that we should all be right-handed. I don't know how that idea came up. That's actually a great mystery. I tried looking it up to see, why people use both hands. Why people are only right-handed and not using both hands. There's no answer. I cannot find an answer. And that's actually before history. Because, history is when writing began. So people started recording when everything was going down. So when writing was it invented by a right-handed person or a left-handed person? A friend of mine said, because I asked him this question, do you believe that a right-handed person invented writing or a left-handed person? And my friend, he said, well, it's called writing, so maybe a right-handed person invented it. So I have a theory that the person who invented writing was possibly right-handed. Because after writing was invented, I believe everybody was taught how to write. And they were taught to use their right hand to write. So that's probably why 90%, the majority of people in the world are right-handed. In every country, in every part of the world. So I also try to look for a society of left-handed people in history. And there's never been a society of left-handed people in history. Could you believe that? There's never been a society of people that was dominated, was left-hand dominant. Why? That's so strange. Why have all people been right-handed? So today I want you to compare both sides of your body. So if you're left-handed, well, of course your left hand is going to be much stronger, and probably your left foot as well. I believe that whatever side you're using, like arm, then your leg and your foot are going to be strong as well. You have not only a dominant arm, but a dominant side to your body. So a good way to test this, I have a couple of tests. I put them in my books. Here's one of them. So test your eyes. Cover one eye with your hand and look through the other eye. Look around and see how good that eye feels and how it works. Okay? And then you're going to switch and cover your other eye and use your other eye to look around. Most likely, one of your eyes works better than the other. It has much more focus. Also, I noticed, like when I test my eyes, that what I do is I go in a dark room or dark area and I use my eye. I just close one eye and then do alternate. Close one eye and look around in this dark area. What I noticed is, since I was born right-handed, and the right side of my body is much more developed than my left side of my body, it's much stronger. What I noticed with my right eye is that it's much brighter. It absorbs much more light, and I can see in a darker area. If I switch to using my left eye and just close my right eye, it becomes way darker. So that's why I noticed my left eye is not as developed as my right eye. So when I'm in a dark area, I cannot see that well. And then if I switch to using my right eye, close my left eye, right away I can see the objects in the room. It becomes much brighter, even though it's a darker area. So that's something that I feel that I discovered, is that one eye is definitely stronger than the other eye. And that's because you're only using one side of your body the most. So your eye is a very important sense. Our whole body is actually this machine that has many senses. so that we're able to feel what's around us. We're able to see, what time it is. If something's coming at us, we're able to hear sounds, maybe dangerous, something that's warning us. So all our senses are to warn us and also inform us of the world around us, which is incredibly amazing. Our body has all these senses. So if we start to use both sides of our body, we will double these senses, such as I mentioned with the eye. One eye is definitely stronger than the other eye. So if you develop both eyes, both sides of your body to work equally, will you improve your vision? And will you be able to see further and much more clear than you can now? Are your eyes unbalanced? And therefore, since they're unbalanced, they are not functioning the way that they naturally should be. If your eyes are both working at the best capacity, will we now improve our sense of sight? And that's what I ask for the rest of the body as well. So if you cover one of your eyes and test them, alternate, you will see that one eye is actually stronger than the other. The same thing goes with your nostrils. So you could take one finger, cover one side of your nostril, and breathe through one side of their nostril. Try to do the other nostril. See, my right nostril is all stuffed up. And my left nostril is super clear. Well, pretty clear compared to my right nostril. So we have two nostrils, which is really weird. And are the size of the tunnels of these nostrils, are they the same size? Or is one side of your nostril bigger than the other? Which means you're not absorbing as much air as you should. So by using both hands, are you also improve the airways, which of course are extremely important because they're delivering fresh oxygen to our lungs, which we need air to breathe and to exist. So other than your nostrils as well, you can also try your ears. Like when you answer the phone or cell phone, do you, let's see, the phone rings. Do you answer with one side of your ear, with one ear the most, all the time? Or notice what you're doing. Am I always answering the phone with the same ear? So you can test your ears by paying attention to what ear that you listen to when you answer the phone. So let's say the phone rings, ring, and then you're like, hello. Are you always putting the phone on the same ear? Which will mean that you have a dominant ear. What I recommend also is to also practice using your other ear as well. So you can strengthen, because you have a nerve that's picking up the sound and it's communicating that information to your brain. All of your body has nerves. And these nerves are sending signals to your brain. So the same thing with your listening, with your hearing. If you're only listening with one ear, then you're only sending signals to your brain with that certain side of your nerves of your ear. So I recommend also strengthening both sides of your ears by listening with the phone on your other ear as well. And so to alternate. So the same thing with your hands. That's one of the main things I talk about, is using both hands equally to become ambidextrous. But not only does your hand do things that you tell it to do, like write, play guitar, but your hand also talks to your brain. How does your hand talk to your brain? So let's say you don't know what's behind you and you stick your hand behind your back. You're not using your eyes to see what's there, but you could touch it with your hand. Your hands are like eyes. There are senses as well. Your hands can tell you this is sharp. That is a fence. That is hot. Your hand can tell you many things about an object, something you're feeling. So, if you're right hand dominant, if you need to feel around for something, most likely you're going to use your right hand. You're going to be like, okay, where is it at? I can't see. Let's say you're in a dark room. I can't see where it's at. You're going to use your right hand the most to feel around. So that's why I say it's important to start to use your left hand as well. Because if you start using your left hand to feel things and feel around, it's as if it's another set of eyes. You're developing the senses of your body. So just notice, if you're right-handed, try to use your left hand, which is much weaker, to feel things. And just to kind of get an idea of what's around you. And then in the future, you'll just start using your left hand and you can feel what you're looking for. So that will also expand your senses. The same thing with your feet. Try to realize that your right foot, if you're right side dominant, your right foot is way stronger, and also it can support your body way more because it's much more strong. I tested this out by kicking a soccer ball one day. Like, as I mentioned, I'm like right side dominant, so I would kick the soccer balls, boom, boom. So one day I was like, let me try to strengthen my left foot and try to kick the soccer ball with my left foot. There's no way that I could kick that ball with the same strength, the same balance as I could with my right leg. Which makes me clearly see that my left foot and leg are way weaker than my right leg and foot. My left leg and foot are much more weak than my right leg and foot. So that's when I started realizing, oh my gosh, if right side of my body is much more developed and heavier than my left side, that's probably why most people are unbalanced. Because you're mostly relying on one side of your body instead of actually using both sides of your body. So this also applies to running. So if one leg is much stronger than the other leg, that's why you can't run as fast. That's why, you probably get cramps in your body and you just feel very uncomfortable running. So I believe if we're all developing both sides of our body, we'll be so much more strong, we'll be so much stronger, and also we'll run faster, we'll expand our senses, our vision, our hearing, and we'll be able to absorb much more sense activity around us, and our brain will process it. There are so many good reasons to become ambidextrous, and that's why I have this channel. That's why I'm encouraging people, so it could be like, you're right. So this is why I encourage all people to try to use both hands, because we could possibly live longer, become much smarter by expanding our senses. I believe also it'll increase our memory, our imagination, because if you examine the brain, you'll see that the brain has two sides as well. And most likely we're only using one side of our brain, just like we're only using one side of our body. So thanks for watching today's show. Just try to practice. That's what I encourage. Try to practice using that weaker arm. And try to improve yourself. The whole goal is to improve yourself. Humans are amazing. That's my first book. Humans are amazing. Discovering your true self. The reason why it's called that is because humans really are amazing. It's just that we're only using half of our body. But the day that all of us, mankind, society, understands the importance of using both hands equally, we're going to enter into a new age. And we're going to be stronger, I believe more artistic, just so much more expression. We have more expression, more passion, more life, more health in our bodies. So thanks for watching the show. If you liked today's episode, give me a like. If you learned a lot today, subscribe. I would really like you to be a subscriber because I want to share this information with everybody. Everybody deserves this information. Don't give up. If you feel like, oh my gosh, I can't use my weaker arm, just don't give up. Drop me a line in the comments. Let me know what you're going through. And I'll just encourage you. I want to be honest with you. I'm a cool person. I try not to be a hater. I try not to be jealous or angry, hateful. None of those things, they don't help at all. So that's what I want you to know. If you feel like reaching out to me, go ahead. I'm not a mean person. and I will share my information with you. I just want everybody to feel happier, stronger, and we're all going to realize what have we been doing? Why haven't we been using both hands throughout our history? What is going on? So thanks for watching today's show, and have a great day, and I'll see you on the next one.